Hello students, now we will start with question number 6, which is on page number 342 of issue of shares. So first I am going to read out the problem. Suhas Limited issue 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 2 per share payable 3 on application, 5 including the premium on allotment and balance in 2 calls of equal amount. Applications were received for 11,000 equity shares and pro rata allotment was made for all the applicants. The excess application money was adjusted towards allotment. Mrs. Shobha, who were allotted 2,000 equity share, failed to pay first and final call and her share were forfeited after the final call. Show journal entries in the books of Suhas Limited and show its presentation in balance sheet. So first we will understand the bifurcation. So Suhas Limited has allotted 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So what is the bifurcation of call amount? See, on application, and this 10 each was at 2 rupees premium, right? See, it is given 2 premium of rupees 2 per share payable. So application money is 3. See, 3 on application, rupees 3 per share. Next stage is allotment. So for allotment they have told us 5. For what will be the bifurcation? In this allotment they have included premium, and what is the premium amount? 2. So 3 per share will be the allotment plus rupees 2 will be the premium, right? 2 premium per share. Now what they have told us, and the balance in 2 calls of equal amount. Now see here, our share value is 10 plus 2. 2 is premium and 10 is the our face value of the share. And now they have told for 2 calls, that is the first call and final call. Now 3 plus 3 is how much? 6. So an application they have called for 3, for allotment they have called for 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So out of 10, 6 they have called up. So what is remaining is 4, and this should be equal. They have told that 2 calls of equal amount. So 4 को अगर हम 2 में divide करेंगे तो कितना आएगा? 2, 2. So first call will be rupees 2 per share and final call will be rupees 2 per share, right? Now this is the bifurcation of your call money. Now see, application were received for 11,000 equity shares, right? So company has issued 10,000 equity shares. The application is for 11,000, right? So the excess application money was adjusted through allotment, means they have not refunded that 1,000 equity share money, but they have adjusted it. How they have adjusted it? They have done pro rata allotment. तो pro rata allotment क्या होता है? 10,000 शेयर्स इशू करने पर 11,000 के एप्लीकेशन आए हैं, किसी को रिफंड नहीं किया है, राइट? सो दे विल टेक आउट द रेशियो. So 3 zeros get cancelled. So 10 is to 11. Means those who have demanded for 11 share, they have given the 10 share, right? तो उनका एक शेयर का पैसा बच गया है, right? तो उस एक शेयर के पैसे को उन्होंने क्या बोला है? You adjust it through allotment. So in the application entry, we will have to adjust this extra amount to the allotment, right? Then there is Mrs. Shobha. She is one of the shareholder. She has not paid first and final call, that is 2 and 2, right? Both she has not paid of 200 equity shares. So this will be the calls in arrear, and as she has not paid the call money and all the calls has been done, so company has the right to forfeit her shares. Forfeiting the shares means what? When the shareholder does not pay the call money, giving again and again reminder also, then the company in the board meeting can pass a resolution and forfeit her share. Means that is what called forfeiture, means what? Termination of a membership, right? So they will transfer this amount to a separate account that will be called as share forfeiture account. Okay, so now we will start with the journal entries. So first entry will be for the stage 1, that is application. So here application received were 11 11,000. आपने इशू 10,000 के लिए किया था, बट एप्लीकेशन आई कितनी है? 11,000. सो द एप्लीकेशन एंट्री, फर्स्ट एंट्री will be done for 11,000 and the entry will be bank account debit to equity share application account, right? So 11,000 shares were applied for and per share application amount was 3. So 11,000 into 3 is what? 33,000. So narration will be being application money on 11,000 equity shares received at the rate rupees 3 per share. Narration you can write on your own. You can write application money on 11,000 equity shares at rupees 3 per share received anyways. Okay. Now the second entry will be as nothing is refunded, right? Whatever is the extra, that is 1,000 shares जो extra के पैसे आए थे, they have adjusted in the allotment account. So now equity, next entry for transferring the equity share application to the capital account. Equity share application account debit. How much we have received in application? 33,000, right? From this equity share capital account, कैपिटल अकाउंट में उतना ही जाएगा जितना इशू किया है. तो इशू कितना किया है हमने? 10,000 ही किया है. वी हैव डन ऑन प्रो रेटा बेसिस, राइट? सो ओनली 10,000 शेयर्स हैज़ बीन इशूड इनटू 3, सो दैट इज व्हाट? 30,000. 2, now remaining 3,000 is there, right? 1,000 shares we have on pro rata basis, right? So this 1,000 into 3, that is what? 3,000. This will be transferred to next stage, that is called as equity share allotment account. See what happens is, ये जो 11,000 एप्लीकेशन आए थे उन सबको शेयर्स अप्लाई किए, लेकिन पूरे जितने जिसने मांगे थे उतने नहीं किए थे. अगर उसने 11 मांगे तो उसको कितने दिए हमने? 10. तो उसका एक शेयर का पैसा बच गया. द कंपनी विल नॉट रिफंड दिस अमाउंट, बट व्हाट कंपनी विल डू, इट विल एडजस्ट इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेज एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अलॉटमेंट stage. Okay, so the narration will be being application money on 10,000 shares at the rate rupees 3 per share transferred to share capital account and remaining amount adjusted against allotment, right? So this is the two entries for first stage. Now we will see the second stage. Second stage is what? Allotment. Now in allotment, the company, from the second stage, first company will make a call. सिर्फ एप्लीकेशन में पहले पैसा आएगा फिर ट्रांसफ़र होगा. बाकी ये सब स्टेजेस में पहले कॉल करेगी कंपनी, देन पब्लिक विल पे दी मनी. सो अलॉटमेंट विल बी कॉल्ड ऑन, एंड फॉर अलॉटमेंट देर इज़ 3 per share for allotment and 2 premium is also called up. So next entry will be for allotment money called up, equity share allotment account debit. अब शेयर कितने हैं? 10,000, राइट? और अलॉटमेंट में हमें लेना कितना है? 3 अलॉटमेंट और 2 प्रीमियम, सो दैट इज़ व्हाट? 5. सो टोटल अमाउंट विल बी 50,000. हाउ इज दिस 5 कमिंग? 3 plus 2, right? Then from this we will transfer to equity share capital account. Now कैपिटल अकाउंट में प्रीमियम ट्रांसफ़र नहीं होगा. अलॉटमेंट में हमने कितना मांगा है? 3. सो ओनली 30,000 will be transferred to capital account and the rest at 2 rupees, that is share premium account. So 10,000 into 2 is what? Share premium. So 20,000 will be transferred to the premium account. Okay. So being allotment money due on 10,000 equity shares at the rate rupees 5 per share, including premium of rupees 2 per share. 5 ले रहा है लेकिन 2 प्रीमियम है, right? So company has called up for allotment money. Now full allotment money has been received, right? So the entry will be bank account debit to equity share allotment account. Now see, allotment में आना कितना है? 50,000 इंक्लूडिंग प्रीमियम, राइट. बट ऑलरेडी एप्लीकेशन के टाइम हमारे पास एक्स्ट्रा 3,000 रुपये जो थे वो हमने अलॉटमेंट में ट्रांसफ़र कर दिए. मीन्स फ्रॉम दिस 50,000 वी हैव ट्रांसफर्ड दिस there, right? It is in the debit side, it is in the credit side, so it will be deducted. So now what is the amount for this remaining? 47,000. How we got 50,000 minus 3,000, right? 47,000. So the narration will be being share allotment money received after adjusting excess application money, right? After adjusting excess application money. So जो 3,000 extra थे we have adjusted it here, right? So we have done with the 2 stages. Now the third stage is first call. On first call, the company will call up for 2 rupees per share. So the entry for this first call will be equity share first call account debit. So 10,000 were the shares and 2 rupee per share. So that will be 20,000 to, when it is called up, equity share capital account. So 20,000. Being, narration will be being equity share first call money on 10,000 shares at rupees 2 per share due, right? Now the next entry, this is the 6th entry, that is the third stage, second entry. अभी कंपनी ने कॉल किया है फर्स्ट कॉल, अब पैसा आएगा. सो बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू इक्विटी शेयर first call account. So see, 20,000 is the first call amount, right, which is to be received. But out of this, there will be less calls in arrears of Mrs. Shobha. So Shobha was having 200 shares and she has not paid the first as well as final call. So first call is of 2 rupees. So 20,000 minus 400, so it will become 19,600. So first call we will receive only 19,600 rupees. So the entry will be only for 19,600. So see here, 10,000 were the shares and 200, that is Mrs. Shobha was holding 200 shares. So 10,000 minus 200 is 9,800 into how much? 2 rupees per share. So you have received 19,600. So being first call money on 9,800 equity shares received at the rate 2 per share. Okay, now the last stage. Now see, the last stage is the final call. Again in final call, Shobha has not paid and she is 200, holding 200 shares. So again same amount will come in the final call, right? So first entry for making the final call due. So equity share final call account debit, right? So 10,000 into 2, 20,000 is due to equity share capital account, 20,000. So the narration will be being equity share final call money on 10,000 shares at the rupees 2 per share due, right? Next entry will be for receiving the money. So bank account debit to equity share final call account. So it will be how much? 19,600, 19,600. How? 10,000 minus 200. So that is what 9,800 shareholders have paid 2 rupees per share. So the narration will be being final call money received on 9,800 equity shares, right? Now the last entry, as they have told that Mrs. Shobha, the defaulter of shareholder, has not paid this, so they have forfeited it after the final call. So as all the calls has been done, so company has decided to forfeit Shobha's share, right? So forfeiture means nothing but termination of her membership. So they will transfer this amount to a separate account called share forfeiture account. Now see what will be the entry for this. Now the entry will be equity share capital account debit, right? So now Shobha was holding 200 shares of rupees 10 each, so that is what, 2,000, right? 2 मीन्स दिस वॉज सपोज टू ड्यू फ्रॉम शोभा. 2,000 रुपये उसके पास से हमें लेने थे. वो 200 शेयर होल्ड कर रही थी 10 रुपीज़ पर शेयर. अब इसमें से उसने इक्विटी शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल नहीं पे किया था. दैट इज़ 200 इंटू 2, 400. देन शी हैज़ नॉट पेड final call equity share final call account, again same amount, 200 into 2, 400. 2, she has paid 1,200 rupees, right? See, 2,000 minus 800, that is what, 1,200. How 1,200? 3 rupees of allotment and 3 rupees of application. So she has paid this money, application and allotment money. So this will be forfeited. Forfeit मतलब जो उसने पैसा दिया है उसको हम एक अलग अकाउंट में ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं, उसको हम बोलते हैं इक्विटी शेयर forfeiture account. How do we get this 1,200? 200 into 3 of application, 200 into 3 of allotment. So 600 and 600 is 1,200. So see, once again the entry for forfeiture will be equity share capital account debit, the amount number of shares into the per share, right? So 2,000 was supposed to be received from Shobha. From this, Shobha has not paid first call, Shobha has not paid final call, and what she has paid is application money and allotment that has been transferred to forfeiture account. Okay, now the narration will be being 200 shares of Mrs. Shobha forfeited due to non payment of first and final call, right? 200 shares has been forfeited. So this is the last entry for this problem. Now they have also asked you for the presentation in balance sheet. So we will prepare a balance sheet. Now for balance sheet, first we will go through the journal entries. See, one account will be bank account, right? Then equity application account is closed, right? All these stages, that is application, allotment, as well as first call, final call, this will be क्लोज्ड, राइट, क्योंकि हर स्टेज पे दो एंट्री होती है, एक में डेबिट होता है, एक में क्रेडिट होता है. सो बेसिकली द अकाउंट्स बैलेंस विच विल गो टू बैलेंस शीट विल बी, one will be bank account, one will be equity share capital account, right? Then share premium account balance, after that share forfeiture account, right? So only these four balances will go to our balance sheet. Now we will start with the balance sheet. So while preparing the balance sheet, you have to remember that actually the share capital of Suhas Limited is how much? 10,000 equity shares into 10 each, that is 10 per share. 10,000 into 10, that is how much? It should be 1 lakh rupees, right? But one shareholder, that is Mrs. Shobha, has not paid 200 equity shares first and final call, and we have forfeited that share. So we have removed this, the last entry, right? We have debited equity share capital account with 2000. So that means from 1 lakh we will deduct 2000 rupees. So our equity share capital will be shown as 98,000. So the first item in liability side in balance sheet will be share capital. It will be 98,000, right? How it came, I just show you in your working note. Then next will be share premium. So share premium will be 20,000. As on allotment we have taken 2 per share, right? So 10,000 into 2 is what? 20,000. Next will be share forfeiture, and in share forfeiture there is a balance of 1200. As 1200 जो share forfeiture में कौन सा अमाउंट जाता है? जो शोभा ने पे किया है, राइट, जो शेयर होल्डर पे करेगा. सो इन द एंट्री वी हैव ट्रांसफर 1200 only. Okay, so now these are the three items which will come in the liabilities. So in asset side there will be only one item, and that is what? Bank. So first we will total these items. It is 1,19,200. So for finding out bank balance, you can even prepare the ledger account and then you can find out. But it's clearly you can see here these are the items which have been received, right? So we can total this, and this will be 1,19,200. So in this way you have to present your balance sheet. Okay, so in this problem we have learned about the forfeiture of share which was done after the final call for Mrs. Shobha, who is a defaulter shareholder. 200 shares were forfeited, right? And moreover this problem is based on over subscription, right? So thank you.